This week, we're going to go over the hover. The hover is a task that advances from the quadruped on all four position. You'll see several different exercises that move out of this position, and we'll talk about some seated work, again, still on the floor, that you can use a resistance band to help you advance your core work and upper body work. Remember, core is not just your abdominals, it is the whole trunk. It is the activating of all your muscles to get this nice stabilized long spine. So always think about stabilizing and lengthening your spine to maintain solid form whenever you're doing lunges, squats, and other lifting patterns, unless they're multidimensional, and that's a whole different set of exercises for us to talk about. But for now, let's just go over these following exercises.
Starting from on all fours, hands and underneath the shoulders and knees are directly underneath the hips, and we're rocking back and forth. You can try to repeat these for 30 to 60 seconds as tolerated. And you want to be thinking about your core is activated, your spine is elongated, shoulder blades are down, and as you rock back and forth, it's much like a squat position. Your feet are nice and hip width apart, and your knees are in line with your feet. You can let the elbows bend a little bit. You shouldn't have to be locked out. This can help support the stress of putting your weight onto your hands and your shoulders. For the forward crawl, you're going to walk 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, leading with your hand and then the alternating leg, and then hand and alternating leg. Again, feet and knees are nice and hip width apart, and the shoulder blades are down. The lateral hover crawl, 2 steps to the side and 2 steps back. The knee and the foot is staying in line with each other. And you can take your break after those 2 steps, or you can continue with your 2 steps back to the starting position. Take your time with these and do them as tolerated. Here is the hover spine rotations. And basically they're the progression you're going to use to get to a good side plank. But for now, just think about stabilizing through your shoulder blades, through your abdominals, and your hips. Your hips are important with this. It's okay to stop between each repetition for each side. One side of rotation equals 1 rep. So go through 6 to 10 reps as tolerated. And again, take your breaks if you have to. This is a challenging exercise. Here's the modification of the spine rotation. Keeping the knee down, and that knee, hip, and hand are all in one line. The hips do not sway to the side. They are staying right on top of the knee, and you see my shoulder blades are down as I rotate, and the head is in line with the spine. Here's a bit of bonus material for skipping a week of videos. We are here in this what we call long sit position, using their resistance bands as a way to get some rowing going on. We can increase the resistance of the band by crossing it over. Notice how much core has to activate to keep that spine nice and neutral, and the head is in line. We can modify this position to reduce the resistance of the band and the core activation by bending our knees in what's called a hook-lying position. And after that, we can also get in a little bit of crunching. I call these pill bug crunches because it's like those little bugs. If you push the belly, they kind of roll into a ball. So push in, crunch in, knees go to the chest. My feet and knees are nice and hip width apart. There is some rounding as we come in, but we're going out into a straightened spine. As always, you can reach me at cliffordyoungpt@gmail.com.